Hi guys, my name is Mark and today I just will give you a very short review about the updated Gretxa from BTL Vancer. Let's go. So as I said already, we will overview the updated version. I know I'm late and a lot of guys already reviewed it because Nacho Customs and Dice, I don't know how to pronounce it, sell them over there in the States, and they were way faster in sourcing it to the States and to spread it out there than I was able to source it for me here in Europe. So it was a pretty hard pick for me. But at the end, I were able to sort my only ways were, for example, from the States, but would be very expensive due to tax and would take a long time. We in Germany generally would order over eTaktech, which are basically the main sales agent for BTL, or over here X-Ray Pad. To be honest, I sourced it over X-Ray Pad, not over eTaktech, because I also sourced some other stuff there, that were the glides. And I just done this for me and for just to get a feeling how fast these guys are in improving their stuff. My cameraman and video cutter were using the Vancer, the first version of the Gretxa, for some weeks, or 1-2 weeks, something like that. And you really fast realized that after 2 days of working, the battery was totally flat. And that was one of the biggest problems, I think, with the Gretxa in general. And they improved this on this one. Also, they improved or decided to switch the clicks. They have now TTC Gold 60 million clicks instead of the Omron 20 mils. They also decided to make some major changes on the PCB, on the board itself. This also includes the behaving of the MCU with the sensor. It also behaves the controlling of the data sending over the antenna module. So they just improved because they also have like disconnects and some interrupts in the wireless connection, and they just get rid of these problems with the new update. Then I saw like these skates down here, which are not very good fitted on the plastic, which have another color than the old ones. And I thought maybe because BTL, these guys are sourcing Tiger Eyes and they're sourcing the grips and they're sourcing the new Vancer skates, which basically from the same source at the mouse. But yeah, the skates did not improve. It's still very bad skates in my opinion. And the problem for me is that when I checked eTaktech and X-Ray Pad, there were no aftermarket solution, even not from eSport Tiger or BTL Vancer itself, to replace them with better ones. I don't like them. I think they are very poorly made, and as I showed you already, they always have like a problem with standing up, not really fitting into the molds on the plastic. So yeah, why I bought this one? Because it's translucent black? No. Because the box, the new one, looks different and looks very cool? No. Because they claim it's a pro mouse? No. Basically, I just want to show you guys that there are still mouse or mice available out there which are not cheap pro super lights, which are be able to get below 80, or I don't know how much it costs over there in the States, so around 90 to 100 US dollars, which are basically are solid gaming mice, which performing very good, which now have a longer battery lifespan, which to be honest, I were not able to prove because I'm not interested in playing this one like 8 hours a day to prove this. But to be honest, I think if they claim they changed it, and I were watching TheWhale yesterday about the new products, and I saw the new improved battery for this one, and I think they really changed something there. I did not open it to check, but yeah, they wouldn't claim it if they don't do it. Also, for me, it's still very interesting is that there's still some old versions and new versions on the market. Like the black transparent, for example, is for sure a new one. And I don't know, they have it here like the red metallic, black transparent, white pearl, and the blue ones are new, the new version, which have these new features I told you about: optimized motherboard, receiver and battery performance enhanced, switch changes to TCC Gold 60mm. To be honest, these clicks are not very nice in my opinion. If I compare them with Kale 60s or other 60s or 80 clicks, I don't know. Now the old Omron 20s. To be honest, those TTC Gold 60s, they are not very snappy, they're not very fast in bouncing back. I think they have a higher, looks like they have a way higher pre-travel for me than the Omrons. I don't know if this is the right decision, but they decided to do something. Back in the days, GWOS also were using TTC Golds on the very first Skulls, on the big ones, and they very fast decided to go over to the Omrons until they decided to go over to the Kales. And now you exclusively get Kales 8.0s at GWOS, which is a very good decision, to be honest. Lately I discovered that, in my opinion, there's an even better switch, the Huano Blue with the pink dot. To be honest, it's also 80mm click, but the force you need is a little bit higher to press them, but the snapback, the precise, how precise the snapback is and how fast it is, the click comes back up, is very nice compared to the Kale 8.0. And also I realized after playing a lot of these Kales 8.0s that the downgrade, or the way the downgrade goes, is very rapid on these Kales. And the longevity, or the very nice feeling, is only very short term for me. It was like only 2, 3, maximum 4 weeks, because I'm playing 8 to 12 hours a day. And I roughly do, I think I do too many clicks a day. So for me, the downvarying was too fast on the Kales, and the Huanos feel much better. So for me, the TTCs were the wrong decision. I don't know how they make their decisions over there. I hope they don't make the decisions as they make their software, which I show in a second. First, I want to say that BTL Vancer also now has skates, which I will show in another review and compare them with Tiger Ice skates. We will have 2 of these G Pros here. One will be set up with the new Vancer skates for the G Pro X Superlight, and the other one will have the Tiger Ice eSport skates, which basically all from BTL, which brings me to a point. If you know how TheWhale works, and if you search for BTL as supplier in general, you will see that they are just sourcing stuff like the grips, like the Tiger Ice eSport stuff, like the pads, and the BTL also have the same pads as Tiger eSports, for example, and that Vancer also is just another source which BTL managed for them to sell. So basically BTL is, for me, in my opinion, just a sourcer, sales agent guy who gets stuff from different points in China to sell them on Taobao, to bring them to Itatech or whatever. You can contact Itatech, for example, to buy in there if you want. But I can tell you, it's not worth the work, to be honest. Just source it directly. Contact them over BTL if you want. Just a tip from me, you can do it. I'm not interested. Work with them, get money, earn money, buy grips, buy skates, buy everything you want. They have a very broad variety of everything available. Grips of them are very famous. Most people know these classic grips here for the Logitech. I think everyone knows this. They also have newer versions. But one thing I can tell you, Hotline Games, for example, is not from them. I checked it yesterday, and I just can say that this BT.L stuff is very different from time to time for me. It's like the variety of quality, or in general of products, is, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of weird for me. Some products are very good, some products are just okay, and some are great. So that's why I'm kind of interested in testing these new skates, because X-Ray, for example, is saying these are by far the best skates for the Superlight available. Let's check. We will see, and I will show you guys. And which brings me to the next step, that, for example, the Greta is widely spread already, more spread in non-EU countries than in the European Union, because it's hard to get it here and nobody wants to source it, because, for example, I would source it. I would not even able to match the price at eTactech for the mouse. eTactech is selling it for like 80, the black one for 80 US dollars plus 10 or 12 US dollars shipping, which would bring you to, even with tax, to a euro price around 90 to 95 euro, which is a non-competitive price for me. If I would source them over there, bring them here, send them here with air freight, with pay the tax, manage everything, the logistics, the supplies, blah, 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 my end price would be way above 120 euro. And there's no way people are this dumb to not source it over there for like 25 euro less. So that's why we don't have it over here. I don't know how it is in the States. I have this community site here, basically, which is btlgretxa.com. Some people made it together. They also have some nice videos for firmware updates and stuff, and they have the software here. Still, every software I found was need to get downloaded on Chinese or from Chinese Google Drives or servers, which is still kind of insecure in my opinion. I don't know why. They say where you can buy it: TheWhale, eTactech, X-Ray Pad, Nacho Customs in the States, and it is. And we check the prices over there for you. Yeah, bro, how you do it? It is how you do it. Nacho Custom is also. It's honestly, guys, it's nearly impossible for us to do this price. I don't know which price they give you. For us, it's nearly the same price to import it into Europe. So that's why we don't have it here. I think maybe you just get better prices over there in the States. I have no clue. But for everyone who's interested in Europe, for our non-Americans and for our European viewers, this is a solid mouse between 68 and 71 grams. It's not the perfect fit. It's not the most insane wireless mouse you can get, but it's a solid mouse with a 3370, with enhanced battery life now, with a reworked PCB and MCU, with, I hope, no connection problems now in the newer versions. It's M2L size. It's a little bit flatter than a G Pro. The body is a little bit more pronounced in the back, so you have a better hold for your pinky and for your thumb, for example. So it's like the form is more characteristic and not so clumsy like on the G Pro, where some people have problems to have a good grip or fit. So that's basically close to a Final Mouse clone. It's bigger than an M. It's nearly a L Final Mouse, if you would say it. But in my opinion, it's just, yeah, a mouse you would play for the time or for the period until a real banger comes out. It's just a replacement for something, or a replacement over time. Or if you really need something new, you can buy this. There's no way I wouldn't say you shouldn't or you should not buy it. There's like only minimal flaws and solid product in my opinion. Pricing, honest, more fair pricing for European people would be nice. So I would be able to offer it for you, for example, for 90 or 85 euro in Germany. Would be insane, but it's not possible right now. But if you want to source it at eTactech, do it. Have fun. You can play it. It will perform good on any pad. I think for the wireless mice available right now, that's one of the better picks, just out of the pricing, how it's made, how it's feel, how the plastic is. And so it's a good one. It's a mouse which is available, which is very important. Most gaming mice which are wireless are not available, or they tell you the chip shortage, whatever. But why people still can produce it, why they can do it and others can't, why new companies bring new wireless, others can't, I don't know. Ask yourself. But yeah, you can buy it, you can test it. I will just show the software. Here brings me to one point. Software is just by the graphic and how it looks. For me, it's very poorly made because I have this black version and they show me the black one on a black and gray background. Okay. You have different profiles you can save. You need to apply everything over there. You can restore the original. Also, you can click on Vancer.gg. Vancer.gg, now you have seen it. That's the page of them. You can see the newest products here. Okay, that's the newest product. And I can buy this domain if I want. Should I? It's only 100 euro. Maybe I buy it. And maybe I buy them all. I'll check later. Maybe I own Vancer.gg soon, guys. We will see. So at least you now have like 6 pre-selected DPI stages, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 4864. The DPI range is from 50 to 19,000, which basically means this 3370 implementation with the MCU combination is the lowest level. On the higher levels, you are able to reach 20 to 21,000 DPI. Yeah, that's okay. You can change and correct the DPIs in 50 steps, which is very good because after you checked your DPI deviation on this sensor, you may need to adjust your 1600 DPI to 1550 or something like that. It depends on how far you are in plus or minus compared to the DPI you want to play. Remember, around 3% of DPI deviation on this type of sensors are totally normal. Sometimes it's even 10%. Just by the data sheet, it also can be 10% with no problem from Pixart. So then you have some RGB settings here. You chose your battery status and how the indicator LED is showing you which state it is: full for green, blue for mid, and red for low. I think low would be at, looks like 15 or 10%. You can also change the buttons with, like, you can do on the left click, you can also do back, scroll down, triple click, fire key, whatever you want, light on, light off. Oh, light on, light off would be cool. I can make this light off finally. I don't know. Then you go over to parameter one, which leads me to one point. If you see this and you're using the software, and for example, this mouse sensitivity is not set on 6 and this improved pointer precision has a check mark, I have no idea what you're doing and how you're playing your games, because you should always have it on 6, and this should be never checked, because improved pointer precision is like an accelerator you can't control, which is controlled itself by Windows or software acceleration, so it accelerates your signal. Wow. So you never get a real good, you can't build up a muscle memory, and also if you don't put it on 6 in the mid, it's like a multiplicator to the speed also, which is also an interpolation of data. Scrolling speed, I don't care. Scroll one page, also I don't care. Double click speed, no one cares anyway. Debounce timer, the minimum is 14, the max is 12. 4 should be okay, 2 would be nice too, 0 also, but I don't know if people really can click this fast, to be honest. Maybe, but not with the switches. Maybe with better switches, but not with the switches, guys. So it's just for MS. That's okay. You can apply this here. Then it's applied. It's loads over. Then we are finished basically, and that's all I can say to this mouse. It's a solid pick. Pricing in US dollar seems awesome. 8 US dollar would be around 70 euro. Would be a nice pick in Germany too. To be honest, would be a very competitive wireless mouse with a 3370 sensor, with symmetrical shape, with side buttons on the left side only, not on the right side, with a good coloring, with a dense sensor positioning. It's a little bit above the mid for me. When I watch from the side, yeah, a little bit above the mid, so it's more up front than in the mid. And also the weight positioning in total is good. The weight is not too high like on other gaming mouse, on other wireless where the weight is kind of high, set because the battery is on top or some weights are on top, and it's not too much in the back or in the front. The horizontal movement is very stable. It feels very okay. The stock lights are also okay. They are not very good, very bad, but they could be improved in my opinion. Then you have these full set here. a very good USB-C cable, which is there for the charging, looks very high quality, where you can charge the mouse, which is also gets indicated by LEDs. Then you have this translator from USB-C to the normal USB. Then you have the small dongle, which is really a small one. You can just put it in. Also, by the way, the translator is coming in the color of the mouse, and everything works. Out of the box, you can use it. You have also some buttons here on the downside to change the DPI on the fly. Like the DPI button and the polling rate down here, the hertz, maximum hertz is 1000. I would say please use 1000. It's very good for you for tracking. It's 1.2 milliseconds and polling rate, so the data can be sent every 1.2 milliseconds to the PC, which basically is still good at 240 hertz with the frames and with the signal matching everything together in the PC. And that's it, guys. Nothing more to say. I hope you enjoyed it. It was nothing special here so far, but I kind of felt to do this upgrade because I want to see how the improvements are and how the mouse performs now, and just want to tell you what I think about the improvements and if these are real improvements. And I just want to apply or say that the most reviews I've watched so far about this mouse are basically, true. It's not a super banger, but it's a very solid mouse for a fair price, and it's available wireless 3370 version. So guys, thanks for watching. Have fun with the wireless one, and we might see us on the next video. Bye guys.